Hello everybody, this is Germ, and this is some Battlefield 3 beta gameplay. I'm playing with the SVD, and I am defending, obviously, because I have the SVD. Now, this video was recorded much earlier on in the beta. I'm just now getting around to recording some commentary over it, so if you see me have an unlock or anything that you think I've already played with, don't worry, I'm not hacking or anything like that. It's just, this is a little bit of an earlier gameplay, and this is actually... I did fairly well in this gameplay, which surprised me because I've never been much of a recon player, at least when it came to sniping. When I play recon, I've more been like an aggressive recon, or I've been a recon who played with like a shotgun or something like that. I don't do a whole lot with just flat out sniping, but I did okay in this one, and I think actually in Battlefield 3 the sniping's been balanced out pretty well, and I think I might enjoy it a lot better. So if you are defending, this is a great spot to defend A from. It's very hard for them to come down the middle. A lot of them are going to try to come down the side, and you can pick them off. But you can also cover the middle from where I am. And there's the semi-automatic nature of the gun coming into play there. Very nice. But from this big rock, you can safely cover the wall right there, and you can cover the other side where I just was. That large circle part. You can pretty easily cover it. Of course, people got behind me and armed it, but then you can just rush right back and defend it. I'm not actually sure where that guy was. He's probably hiding right over the wall, but we'll see. Occasionally, if people just run through, like hop onto it and then just rush off, not stay to defend it, it's like they just want to distract us, which is a very valid distraction technique. It works. Now, there were some issues early in the beta with these rocks allowing bullets to go through them, but that seems to have been fixed because I've tried and I have not had any luck sniping people through those rocks. There's another person coming up the middle of the circle. This actually works better if you have a couple, either snipers or light machine gunners perched on top of that rock. They can lay down some heavy suppressive fire. You can pretty much control the top half of the map, but you need probably 3 or 4 guys who are, pretty reliable and play the objective properly. So on the B side, this is a pretty good place to do defend B from. It's not one of the more forward positions, and I do move to one of the more forward positions. From back here, though, you can get people that are swimming out to the island, which you might think, who swims out to the island? But plenty of people do. You can get people who swim out to the island. You can get people who are creeping along the shoreline. From right here, you can get anyone who's been spotted up there. You can shoot through the bushes, and you can kind of get to A quickly if you need to, and get to B quickly if you need to. So that middle place where I just was is a very, very good spot to defend both points from and to catch anyone coming up the middle. And I would recommend staying out of that circle area right there. I'm going to hop out of that right now, and I'm going to move to one of my favorite spots to defend B from, and that is this rock right here. Now this rock has a lot of nice things going for it. It's got the smoke and the fire on one side, so it's hard for people to see you, and you can pretty successfully cover a very large section of the map. Anyone stupid enough to be coming over the bridge is fair game, and you'll have a lot of people. See, that's a 10. I'm way past a 10 now, but that's just when I recorded this I was a 10. But anyone coming over the bridge is as good as dead pretty much, and then you'll get a lot of people who are spotted, who are coming through the bushes on the left or the right side, and you'll be able to take them out as your teammates spot them. Because you don't have a great vantage point from here, but once anyone's spotted, you can shoot pretty much anyone in your field of sight here. See, they'll run down there. But yeah, this is a excellent spot to defend from. I believe I spend quite a bit of time here over the course of the beta. I thought for a second that was one of the other guys out there on the island, but it turns out to be someone on my own team being useless. Little public service announcement, please just stay off of the island, seriously. I mean, it's just, you don't need to be out there for anything. I mean, you can kind of catch flankers if you're out there, but you're not really helping the team, I firmly believe. You're just kind of trying to up your KDR or something like that. So, don't do it. Even if you want to, don't do it. They have armed A again. They seem to be putting a lot of effort on A, which is odd because usually B is the first thing to get taken. Hello. The SVD works fairly well as a close quarters weapon if you affix a different scope to it or you hip fire. If you have the laser sight, you can also use that. That's kind of what differentiates it from some of the guns in Bad Company 2. The semi-automatic ones I never felt were that great at close quarters unless you were using like an aggressive recon style of play, but you couldn't really hip fire with them, I felt. And that has changed in Battlefield 3. And again, that's largely my opinion, but I'm much more comfortable hip firing or just firing quickly with the semi-automatics in Battlefield 3, or at least the ones I've unlocked so far. I've moved on from this one, from the SVD, to play a lot more with the SV98 now that I've unlocked that, and I am greatly enjoying it, but the SVD is still a great gun, and I'm actually curious if any of these guns are going to be balanced out, because you've heard people complaining about the semi-automatic nature of the sniper rifles, and it hasn't really bothered me at all, but again, I wasn't much of a sniper in Bad Company 2. I haven't really done much sniping since Battlefield 2, and the sniping in Battlefield 2, of course, is totally different from Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2. So I wouldn't really say I have any platform to stand on when I talk about the sniping. I just really am talking about my preferences. See, this is let's talk about what the other team is doing for a minute, actually. They seem to be making a push on A, you would think, because they've armed A a bunch of times, but they haven't really had many defenders near A when they've armed it, so I don't actually think they're making a push for A. I think it's one or two people keep rushing through and arming it, and everyone else seems to be coming for B, albeit unsuccessfully. They are not having a whole lot of success coming for B, and I think part of the problem is they're just coming one or two at a time. They're not making a concerted push on any one area, and that's going to hurt them. Now, as I'm coming along here, if I remember correctly, yeah, there are some people just like, why is he attacking people on the island? That's not helping him at all. So I'm going to go ahead and stab him, and here's his buddy. You know, coming along this shoreline, I really don't think it's to anyone's benefit, because then you have to fight uphill. That puts you at an extreme disadvantage. You have those low walls to cover yourself, but it's just not worth it. It's not the way to go. Stay out of this whole area. Defending and attacking, I don't think it's going to help you at all. You know, just stay to the slightly higher ground. Stay near the point. That's where they have to come to, you know, especially when you're defending. You know where the enemy is going to come. You might not know where they're coming from, but you know where they have to go to, so stay near that. You know, let them come to you. When you're defending, you don't have to meet them all the way out in the field. And actually, I was farther out there than I like to be. I like to stay where I can get to the point within about 5 seconds. So even if I run into complications, I can get back to help disarm it before it has a chance to go off. And that's something you always want to keep in mind. I'm just kind of going to patrol this lower area. I keep seeing a radar marker for some guy being up here in these bushes, but there doesn't seem to be anyone up there, so I'm going to chalk that up to a glitch. And I'm just going to kind of keep keeping an eye out here. They've been coming down this way a lot, but I think now that I killed a couple of them, the few that were coming down here maybe aren't quite as interested in doing that anymore. And he's someone else. He was going to be sniping people on the island. Why do people need to fight back and forth for the island? It is not relevant to anything else. It's just like, it was just put out there. Maybe it was just put out there to get rid of the recons for the whole match so the grown-ups could play in peace. Who knows? But anyone I see out on the island, I immediately lose respect for them as a teammate, because I know that they're not really helping a whole lot. Now, if you have some video where you're out on the island and like you take out 55 people and stop 2 arms or something like that, great. I mean, honestly, if you can make it work, good. But I haven't seen anyone do that so far, so I'm not super impressed with it yet. Hello, foregrip. I have unlocked you. That's going to make this an even better hip-firing weapon. This bridge under here, if I hadn't just been killed, is another excellent place to be defending from. You can get under there, and if you have 2 people, or you can watch both sides very carefully, you can easily take out tons of people, because they all have to rush through that general area unless they hug the far A side. So you are going to get a chance to take out tons of people. I unfortunately was not recording, but I had a gameplay a day or 2 ago where I think I got like 11 kills in a row, no deaths, just sitting underneath the bridge, just from people rushing past before someone wisened up and came and got me. So over time, I'm sure people are going to learn to watch that spot, but for now, that is an excellent place if you want to defend farther up. But I do maintain you're much better off defending from where you can get to one of the points within about 5 seconds. You don't need to be that far up because you know where the enemy's coming to. They don't need to know where you are. You know where they're coming. And I'm not really great at hitting their little heads. I haven't really figured out the bullet drop, at least on Operation Metro. So I'm not really great with the bullet drop yet, so I have a hard time getting people's heads. I generally wait till they just pop themselves up. But it looks like we're going to win this. They do not seem to be doing anything. So, hello. Yeah, I didn't see him till it was too late, and then I hadn't quite reloaded, so that was definitely my fault. I mean, I saw him, but I thought he was a teammate for a second, but you may laugh at me if you wish, because I didn't really do that hot at doing that. So, again, this is almost over. We're down to our last 5 points. That traditional battlefield music is starting to come in, let you know, hey, you're doing fantastic, you're going to win. So that is awesome, and hello person down there. I believe I was the last kill, and thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and have a great day.